In the previous video, we have seen how to create error component. That is, whenever we are navigating to /404, 404 page not found, page you're looking for doesn't exist. This message will be displayed on the web page. Now we also want to understand how exactly we have to navigate to this page whenever we are navigating to an event which doesn't exist. Right? For example, there are 5 events over here, and I am providing an ID which is not present over here. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 IDs we have here, and I'm going to pass the ID which doesn't exist, that is 6. If I'm providing 6, we are getting a web page where nothing is displayed, that is blank page is displayed. This is not the way to handle. We have to navigate to 404 page whenever we are providing an ID which is not valid, right? So whenever I am passing /6 or some other ID which is not valid, it should navigate back to /404 page, that is page not found. Okay, now how we can implement this, we can see this we can implement by making use of route guards. Okay, let's implement that. Let's switch to Visual Studio Code. Now to implement route guards, I have to make use of a property, that is canActivate property. So to implement canActivate property, there are two ways. One way is to create a service, and the other way is to create a function. So in this video, let's see how to create that by making use of a service. Okay, since I am displaying inside event details component, if you observe, this is all events page, that is the main list page. Okay, and whenever I am clicking on any of these events, it is going here, right? This is the event details component. So inside event -details folder, we have to create a service. Okay, let's create a new service over here, new file, and I want to name this as event -route activator service.ts. Okay, and since this is a service, we have to decorate with @injectable, because every service we have to decorate with @injectable, right? So we have to make use of @injectable. To know more about these services, Angular services, I have already explained in my previous videos. You can watch Angular services video in my series to understand more. Now let me skip that and I'll continue to implement this. Okay, so first I'll decorate with @injectable, and I'll provide export class event route activator, and this event route activator has to implements canActivate property. See, if you observe over here, canActivate is a property, that is interface that a class can implement to be a guard deciding if a route can be activated. So that is the use of this. Okay, this interface we are making use of, canActivate. Okay, I'm going to use that, and inside this I have to inject this inside the constructor. What I have to pass inside constructor? I have to pass the event service, right? So I have to create a private variable, that is event service, which will take event service. Okay, I'm importing event service. Then here, after I am injecting event service, I also need router, right? So in order to perform navigation operations in Angular, we have to provide router. So private router, this router. Okay, and I'm going to import this. If you observe over here, I have imported injectable, then router I have to import, that is imported, canActivate is imported. Okay, now what is left? Next, what I have to do after this, if you observe here, constructor I have created, right? Now I have to implement this canActivate, because we are providing event route activator class which will implement canActivate interface. So canActivate we have to implement over here inside this event route activator. Okay, so let's do that. Let's implement canActivate, which will take parameter as activated route snapshot. Okay, activated route snapshot. So this we have to pass as a parameter for canActivate method, and inside this method I have to implement logic in such a way that whenever there is no event associated for that ID, it will navigate to /404 page, which we had created inside errors.component.ts. There it has to navigate. If event exists, it has to navigate to that event. That logic we have to provide over here. Okay. So to do that, let's create a flag like const event exists. Okay. We have created this variable. And suppose if this dot event service dot get event I have to call here, because I want to get the event. If I'm able to get the event and if the event exists, then I'm going to navigate to that event. If doesn't exist, then I'm going to navigate to /404 page. That is a logic which we have to implement over here. So we have to pass get event here. So for get event, what I have to pass? I have to pass using route dot params of id. Route.params of id. Okay, inside single quote we have to pass as a parameter for this. Okay, now we have to provide a condition over here such a way that if the event doesn't exist, that is if not of event exists, then what should happen? We have to navigate to this dot router dot, where we have to navigate to /404, right? So I have to pass here /404. Okay, this logic will execute when this condition is satisfied. What is this condition? If the event doesn't exist, not of event exists. If not of event exists, then what will happen? It will navigate to /404 page. Okay, this should be passed as an array of argument, because path we are passing, right? So okay, and here if this event not of event is false, then what should happen? It should return that event, right? So return event exists. Okay, that's it. So what is the logic we are implementing over here? If the event exists, it should navigate to that particular event by passing that parameter as our id as a parameter over here. If that event doesn't exist, then I have to navigate to /404 page. This is how we are implementing route guard. Okay, so what is the next step? Now we have provided event route activator service, we have implemented. Now next step is to provide routing for this, right? So inside routes.ts I have to pass can activate. For which one I have to pass? I have to pass for event details component, because here is the place where we are implementing, right? So just we have to pass can activate. This will take the name of the class where we have implemented the service. What is the name of the class which we have implemented? If you observe out here, this is the name of the class, that is event route activator. Event route activator is a class where we are implementing can activate, right? So we have to pass this inside here, event route activator. Okay, once I provide this, it will be imported from here. If you observe event route activator, from here it got imported event details, event route activator dot service. So now we have provided can activate property over here. If you see, this will take an array, right? Can activate is a property inside route which will take an array of dependency injection tokens used to look up can activate handlers in order to determine if the current user is allowed to activate the component. By default, any user can activate. So once you mouse over here, you can see the description where IntelliSense is saying what is the use of that property. Okay, so we have provided routing as well. Now what is left? We have to register inside app.module.ts, right? We have to register this service. Where we have to provide the service? We have to provide the service inside providers array. Here we are providing event service before. Now we have to pass event route activator as well, because this is the class, this is the service which is getting which is implementing can activate. So we have to register that here. Event service comma event route activate, event route activate. That's it. So these are the steps you have to follow in order to implement route guard. What is a route guard? Which is the property which we are using is can activate. Can activate property we are making use such that whenever an event doesn't exist, it will navigate to /404 page. Now it's time to run the project and see the output. Let's clear the terminal first. Okay, now I'm going to use the command npm space start. So our project is getting compiled. It's building the modules. It got compiled successfully and hosted on localhost colon 4200. Now if I open this link, okay, so this is our web page. It got hosted on localhost colon 4200 and slash events is the main page, our home page. Now what we have done, the route guard we have implemented. Let's see how it is working now. Okay, so whenever I am clicking on any of this event, it is navigating to /1, /2, /3, fine, /4, this is also fine, /5, this is also fine. So whatever the event exists over here, whenever I'm clicking, it is navigating to the particular event ID and it is displaying the details. Now what I'll do, I'll pass something which doesn't exist. For example, I'm passing /45. See, now you can observe that whenever I am passing the ID /45, automatically it is navigating to /404 page. What is /404 page? That is the errors component.ts which we already implemented in the previous video, which will display the message 404 page not found, and page you are looking for doesn't exist. So this means to say that we are handling, previously what used to happen when I am passing some other ID which doesn't exist. For example, I am passing the ID, anything. For example, I am passing the ID which doesn't exist. Doesn't exist means we have 6 IDs over here, 6 events over here, sorry, 5 events over here. We are passing any ID which doesn't exist, it should navigate to that 404 page. Previously, it was displaying blank. That we have to handle by making use of route guard. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, comment and share this video, and kindly subscribe to my channel in order to watch more videos.